Hi guys, it's Maaike. Today I'm back for the 24 weeks of Christmas cards. It's number 17. Here it is. I show you the finished card now, because you can see. I call it spin a card, because by Nomi does that. And it's simple. You charge it by turning it, and then you close the card, and when somebody opens it, it will spin. Now, I did a card base and a card panel, and I put them together through the Big Shot. And lucky for me, you cut both. Otherwise, you might have to do the card base a second time, but then you have the indentation and you know where to place it. So you get them at the same spot, which for me was very important until I stuck it together as Q. Well, I will trim that with a knife later, but I'm looking for my eraser. So I put the coloring at the end of the video in case you want to watch it, but for now I just can talk and then I can turn on the music. These are gnome trees from Most Digital, and I'm just looking how I want them. I think they might have been a little bit big in hindsight, and I didn't want to color them because I wanted the spinning gnome, of course, to be the focal point and to stand out. But I wanted him to give him some trees in the background, and I've added that while I was in Photoshop. I did print it on the Copic paper so I can color it, but I thought, yeah, I'll leave it black and white. It might be snowy trees, you know, who knows. But yeah, the gnome is flying, but in my opinion I thought he was pirouetting. Is that pirouette? I don't know. You know, skating circles and on his one leg, and that could be in the air as well. So I don't care. But yeah, if that troubles you, make sure your trees are higher up. But I wanted, I don't know, the pointy bits to show. So here's my gnomes. I printed them in a mirrored way and a normal way. In Photoshop you can flip the image, and that's nice with digital, I suppose, because you can just flip it. If you don't have the option to use digitals, I would suggest to get a image that is a little bit more symmetric. Or if you have the coordinating dies, you can always leave it white on the back. But I thought if it spins, it's nice if it's colored. So to make my spinner, you need some nylon wire and sticky tape. And these are, by the way, also Most Digitals. They are called Skating Gnomes Dag and Diri, or Diary. I don't know how you pronounce it. But I linked it down below. So in case you want to get it, there was an offer a while ago. If you spend $25, you get the gnome trees for free, and then I also got some sentiments, I think, for free. But yeah, that offer is gone. I'm putting sticky tape around it, also on my gnomes, and I put them here in horizontal, well, actually vertical. But I think if you want to stick your tape down, you should probably have somewhere for it to stick. And now there's a gap right in the middle. And I have to say that the gnome head sticking out kind of posed a problem to get it spinning without catching. But I show you a little bit of how I did it, and then I tore it loose and started again, just so you know. And here, so I'm putting some glue where I can't put the tape, and also in the middle, just with a nylon wire. And if you don't have nylon, you can use just white thread as well. I mean, it doesn't really show, especially, you know, if you don't have a colored background, it won't show that much. But I have this for my week cards, and it's sticky tape, so try to get it on there as straight as possible. And I had to hold the wire or thread out of place, so my head is a little bit crooked as well. But yeah, crooked, that's me, I suppose. Now I'm sticking down the thread, and then I'm doubling it up so you can't pull it loose too easily, I would say, because I did that in the end. And I'm really stupidly using sticky tape here, just normal Scotch tape. I should have used double-sided. I did add some double-sided tape again, but it makes the layer much thicker, of course. It's no biggie because you can't see, but just in case that bothers you, don't do what I do. Do what I say. Yeah. So you charge it. You don't have to do that now. I'm just curious, actually. You see, he's not in the middle on his thread. Maybe a little bit too much at the front of his body. And it's easier to use a more symmetrical image. Especially if you're using stamps, and if you have the coordinating dies, that is really nice. But I colored them both because I like it, and it's digital, and I can do that. That's why I love digitals. I'm just rambling because I'm talking to fill out the space, but I'm just using tape, double-sided tape, really strong one, and then folding the end of the nylon back on itself, and then sticking some more down. So there's a loop, and yeah, I could pull it loose. It took quite some effort, but yeah, I had to straighten it a little bit because it caught. And I didn't check that, but the circle is big enough. But what if I had cut a smaller size? I didn't measure. So you always measure. So here you charge it, and then it goes and it catches. So you have to move it. And I do this bit off camera because, you know, it's the same thing, just a little bit different spot. And there's no reason for you to watch all of it again. It is a bit of a fiddly job. But yeah, now I see I fixed it and it fits. I put the sentiment on the inside because I was printing the trees kind of on purpose, so the front is empty and people would be more inclined to open it and then see the spinner portion. At least that was my logic. You can put it on the outside if you want. And there's my gnome, and I'm charging it, so now when you close it, it's flush, but when you open it, see, in the trees, yeah, he's floating a little bit, but in my opinion he's jumping in the air and dancing on his skates. I don't know. Anyway, here's the coloring. I will turn on the music. I hope you enjoy my card and fumbling around. I will see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.